It's a genuine question, because I can see two people already asking where I'm at. What time do you think I am meant to start the stream? Because the streams are getting earlier and earlier and earlier each week, but people keep still saying that I'm late, so I'm very curious. Hello everybody, happy Friday by the way, round 13. Hopefully lucky, not unlucky number 13. Yeah, these streams used to start at 7:30, and it's currently 7:11. So we are still quite early. Patience. Patience is the name of the game. Hope you're doing good. Let me just make sure everything's as it should be. Microphone is on. I think I should have all the right channels selected for the audio. Yes. Yes, 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 yeah. Yeah, no, we're good. We are good. Should be alright. But we are two-stroking again this week. I'll be honest, I think... Why isn't my fan turning on? 1 second. Turn off these. What? Is it broken? Oh, there we go. It is not broken, can confirm. Right. I genuinely feel that today, trying to make it into the main event on this two-stroke is going to be harder than just qualifying for the outdoors was. I'm not sure how the rhythms are going to go, because if there's one big rhythm that all the 450 boys are doing, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So first mission is going to be trying to get a clean lap. The second one is going to be somehow trying to work our way through into the top 9 after what will no doubt be quite a bad start. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I mean, that's the awkward thing, is just making it to the race. So if we use Monday as an example for the GPs, my qualifying was actually really bad. Like, qualifying 27th, not ideal. But then literally coming from dead last, charging up to second at one point is kind of disgusting. So I just need to try and get that one good lap in there. So I might have to go full tryhard when qualifying starts later and just fully lock in and see how it goes. But hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. Another end to another week. I'm hoping that tonight doesn't drag out too long. Actually, it's not Triple Crown or anything today, is it? Is it just a normal day today? If it's Triple Crown, then we're definitely screwed. Like, trying to get straight into the top 18 or whatever is going to be very difficult. That's something that I'd not thought of ahead of time yet. Yeah, I'm hoping the stream doesn't go on too late today, because I need to be going to bed rather early. Got to be up early in the morning. It is normal, okay, thank God. Yeah, that'd be a little bit tricky, doing a little Triple Crown action on the two-stroke. I'm doing a little bit of experimenting last night, just like suspension-wise, for the two-stroke in Supercross, and funny enough, the outdoor setups work pretty damn good. Which is strange, because I've tried outdoor setups in Supercross before, but they just never seem to do that well in the whoops. But on the two-stroke, the outdoor setup seems to do the best through the whoops. So we shall see. Got no idea what it's going to be like on the rutted versions, though. I don't know if it's going to help or hinder. Because sometimes the two-stroke does get like a little bit wobbly in the ruts. It's quite easy to high side over them. The rider's weight feels like it's going to, you know, push your way up and over. Next week's Triple Crown, okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Depending on how this night goes, we'll probably decide if I want to carry on doing two-stroke for Supercross at least. I'm still going to do it for GPs, because that GPs went really, really well. Like, really, really good fun. The 250 is not very good against the 450s. It is a quite a noticeably big disadvantage. But it's a nice challenge. It is fun. So it's just something different as well, you know. I'm riding 450s for like 4 years at this point. It's nice to change things up. Hello, Aiden. Where are we at next week? I'm from the UK, I haven't got a clue where LeBron was born. No idea whatsoever. Join me on the two-stroke for Monday. Jake, I think Jake's doing the same thing. He's probably sent you the setup, but I sent him, to be honest. I'm leading the way of washed up riders riding a bad bike, because it gives them a good excuse to not do well. I respect it more when you get people like Rax who... did Rax have red plate before Trentino? And he still rocks up and just munches on the two-stroke and barely loses any points. So I find that's just hella aura. That's went into testing. No, I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure I clicked on the testing button and just sat there waiting to go live. I mean, you can see from the amount of laps I've done, doesn't quite equal. Doesn't add up, does it? Unless I'm running 3.5 minute lap times in Supercross, which is not ideal. Not great. Yo, yeet. He said to me he's doing the two-stroke and you said fuck it, same. I didn't say that. I think he asked me if I'm still doing it, and yeah, I said that I'm riding it for the rest of the year, as of, I think I said that on the stream before Trentino. But this has been my plan, just to try and mix things up. Today is going to be, like, the harder day. It's going to be very, very difficult today. Just a lot of different things. It's not quite having the speed if there's any quads in rhythms to get up and over them. It's not having the most perfect dialed setups of all time, because, you know, not that many people ride them or give the time on them. Getting out the gate, nightmare, because it's just the bike's slower. So there's going to be a lot of pieces that make today quite difficult. But it should be a fun challenge. If you go to the comments on Monday's stream, all of them are just people saying how much more fun it was to watch than the normal ones, just riding the two-stroke. So they're trying to put my ego to the side and be a man of people. And just have my new expected results to just try and make it in the first place, and then see how it goes from there. Well, I don't actually know what gear I'm running, is the annoying thing, Talon. Like, anytime people ask me what gear I'm running, and it's like, oh, I have to go hunting through my folders and try and find which one it is and then drag it through. And I appreciate you wanting it to look good for the stream, but I genuinely couldn't care less if people see me or not. Like, I'd run full stock Barboso gear if I had to. I think I'm only running this gear because this is already the gear I had selected on the KTM in the first place. I haven't gone window shopping for it, you know? Step down to 250 for a round? No. No interest in riding 250s. You know how I complain that the racing's too fast in general in 450s? Yeah, I feel like that's kind of accentuated in 250s, just with how disgustingly OP the traction is on them things. It doesn't look like an enjoyable experience at all to me. From two side things. One of them is just how grippy the bikes are, so it's just duct tape your right trigger down everywhere. The second one is just from the general IQ of the people racing. The amount of times I commentate or spectate 250s, and I see passes or attempts at passes that absolutely blow my mind in what people are trying to do. It does not look like a place for me. Not at all. Yes, Liam, I am. The track is... it's like an hour and a half-ish away from me, so I'm just going to leave in the morning rather than staying overnight. So I'll probably go to bed as soon as the stream's done today, wake up in the morning and then make my way there. So not too shabby. I'm well, I haven't been messaged anything about commentating today, so, I mean, Talon's here, so I'm guessing Talon's going to be commentating as usual. But if I get asked to do NA commentating later today, if Ed's not around, then that'll be a no, unfortunately, today. Early bedtime. Oh, the worst part of my week when I was commentating GPs last year, Talon, was Alex sending me like 4 GB plus team packs every single week, like 10 minutes before the qualifying starts. So I can relate to you on that one. Sometimes I get a pretty damn good run through these whoops. I don't know if it was just the track preview where it's in a YouTube video rather than me riding it. But the whoops did look pretty damn like beaten up, like pretty chewed up in Stone Rider's preview lap. So we'll see how that goes when the track comes out in 10 minutes time. I think all I'm going to be able to do today is try and find a consistent line for me, and then try and perfect that consistent line as much as possible and hit it as fast as I can for my qualifying lap. Because like if I take this rhythm section, for example, I can't remember which way round it was. I think it's if you double in to start with, which I think is going to be an option today, like going double into here rather than triple. I think it's like double, triple, and then it's trying to get the oomph to step like over that table, which I'm pretty sure you can do on a 450, because then you get to double into the turn, which is so much better than I think single into the corner. So a lot of time on the 250, you just want that little bit more oomph to jump one more jump. I think the alternative is to go triple scrub, yeah, and then trying to quad this. Oh, and you have to get it absolutely perfectly to get over it. Whereas I'm pretty sure you'd be able to just scrub a little bit on the 4, just say a little bit lower, keep the momentum moving forwards. Yeah, there's a few tracks that I've not done at all this year, Liam, so, I mean, round 1 is one of them. I've never ridden there before. But the bad thing is, so, I mean, I haven't uploaded any GoPro footage of it. I went riding on Wednesday. I went to Lions Lane. But we went in the evening because BP had to work in the morning and he takes my bike. But it was I think it was meant to be a private hire day originally that we was getting on. But by the time we got there, so it was 1:30 when we got there, it took me 4 hours to get there, rather than the 2.5 hours it should have taken me because the traffic was just ridiculous. Then we had to wait half an hour because it turned out they were sessioning it between the RMJ boys and then everybody else. And then I went out for 20 minutes, stayed out for those full 20 minutes, absolutely fried my arms, came back and they said, oh, by the way, we close in an hour. I was like, what do you mean? Like, it's usually open until like 5 at the latest, but they were closing at 4 this time instead. So then I gave it 10 minutes, chucked all my shit back on, went out again and lasted about 10 minutes. My forearms were just fried. So I travelled 4 hours to ride for 30 minutes total to then drive home again. So it was not the best day, and I struggled a lot on the track as well. Some bits were just like a dust bowl in the turns, which I actually quite like smooth. But then other bits, they just watered the shit out of it, so it was just slop everywhere rather than one deep line. So yeah, it was not a great day by any means. I don't think I really improved anything. And the weird thing is, my forearms now on Friday night still hurt after just 30 minutes of riding. Even though last week I rode for an entire day at Apex and my arms were pretty good again after 2 days, so I've got no idea why they hurt so much. I'm hoping that they'll be a bit more normal by tomorrow. Because I don't think I'm going to get very good results this weekend anyway, because I had 7 months off and I'm going to be, well, I've ridden 1.5 times basically. We'll see. I mean, that track looks like so fast. It doesn't look like there's anywhere to breathe, like no jumps to shake your arms out at all. It's just wide open everywhere. And then knowing AMCA, they'll probably just dig it so deep and water the piss out of it, so it's going to be tricky anyway. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we're on the 2-stroke again today. I'm going to try and do it for the rest of the year. I don't see any reason why I can't do it all of GPs and then try and take it on the AMA tracks as well when the AMA outdoor season starts. But tonight will be a test for me to see if it's viable in Supercross. Because I do think it's going to be difficult trying to qualify in and then get through the heat races in Super. Does bikes help you in real life? No, it's not. There's no carryover, I don't think. Yes, I'm pretty sure Ben and Andy are doing the full season. I hope so, because I want to do the full season. I've joined, well, it hasn't been confirmed yet actually, but I requested to join a club, so hopefully I'll be able to score points this year. Do still need to hire a transponder every week though, because I still haven't bought my own. Don't know if it's worth it, to be honest. for the, what, like 6 rounds? I don't race anywhere else. I had to order some new grips yesterday, because the grip on my throttle side is basically half hanging off. It's not going to arrive in time for this weekend, so... not ideal. But where I'm a big keyboard warrior, I have, like, generally soft hands in general, so I get blisters really, really badly and really quickly. So instead of going for the half waffle grips this time, I've gone for just full diamond. Because when I test rode the Ducati 450, they had the full diamonds on, and I liked how the grips, they felt smaller, so it just felt easier to hold on, which I like, so I'm going to give them a go. If I don't like them, it's not the end of the world, I'll buy some other ones. I mean, grips aren't expensive, are they? We'll see how it goes. I need to mess around with my glove options as well, because the gloves that I've worn the last 2 times I've ridden have given me just awful blisters on the inside of my thumb, on my throttle side. And I've never suffered with it there before, so I'm going to have to change things up. Full diamond so shit, half waffle goated. That is a matter of opinion, Reed. So I've ridden half waffles quite a lot. So I'm going to give these ones a go. And I mean, again, if they're arse, grips are like £15, £20 maximum. So I can just switch them out again for something different. It's always worth experimenting with things a little bit, I think. Do you know, my biggest issue I found is, if I'm on a practice day, I will say to myself, like, try and grip with my knees every now and then. And I do it for 2 corners and then it's gone again. I have to keep telling myself. But when I do tell myself to do that, I feel like I ride really, really stiff, like I can't turn properly. So just trying to find that right balance of gripping with your legs whilst not overdoing it. You're a full waffle enjoyer. Well, this is why there's so many different types of grips. It's all different strokes for different blokes, you know? How it be? Some good riders in my group. Well, we was saying they done a write-up. I don't know where it was, but Ben was talking about it the other day. So all of the top 10 from juniors last year, except for BP, are now no longer in the juniors. They're either up to seniors or just not riding. So we were saying to BP, like, you have to win now. Like, there's no option. If all the other top 10 are gone and it's just you left, then you got to go and win. But I couldn't care less really about where I finish, especially in the first few rounds. I just like riding my bike. And listen, if it was up to me and I stored and took my own bike wherever, I probably wouldn't even race. I'd probably just practice all the time just for fun, because I just like riding my bike. Racing's a bit secondary to me. See a lot of people making vids on Two Smokers. I've not seen... I don't really watch any MX Bikes content, to be honest, Rex. I think when you make it yourself, you're not really interested in watching other people's. I am the real trendsetter, you know? Trying to break the meta. Started with the gas last week. Of course, it's helped by people like you that can actually make them other bikes go fast, but I like planting the seed, planting the idea in people's heads. Oh, hang on. Track's literally out in a minute. This is very, very close. I already have it downloaded today, thankfully. Just keep an eye on the Discord, see if anyone posts the password in there. You like the Emig grips? I had the Emig grips on my old Yami before I got my newer one, and I generally can't remember if I like them or not. If my memory serves me right, I think they were quite hard, and I think I need softer ones because I got pussy keyboard hands. Damn. Fellenton just lying to everybody. It's crazy work. Go on, who wants to give me the actual password? Who wants to be nice? That's a new one. Oh, actually, it looks like he tried to do it right. I just don't think he copied all of it. Oh, no, that's wrong as well. Oh, is it one of these ones where Discord doesn't like... Oh, no, there you go. It worked. Cool. We back in. We loading it up. You think Aiden's putting up? Yeah, so I believe Aiden and Jake, that they're, bear in mind, they're doing it for GPs. Everyone is still too much of a pussy to give it a go in Supercross, so I'm going to fly the flag there. But they are trying in GPs. Right. Nashville. Let's load her up. I mean, the Husky it's just a good bike in general, to be honest. I don't think that to me, you winning on the gas is more impressive than you winning on a Husky. If you was to come out and win on like a TM 450, then I'd say that's pretty fucking impressive. Because the suspension on that thing is just absolutely booty cheeks. Right, let's see what we're doing then, shall we? Let's just take it slow. We'll double our way around the track until we build a bit of speed up. Probably not going to touch that inside roller at all day. Okay, he's built that third one up there a little bit. So you got triple, single. Ooh. Okay, then whoops are going to be a little bit tricky. Probably quite inside dominant there. Filter into this, double out, very inside dominant here. I'm surprised he's made that inside so deep. I thought he would have made that a little bit shallower to... I mean, it's just the nature of the track, how it's laid out. It's quite one-lined anyway, but to try and help it a little bit more, I'm surprised the inside was made that big. It's going to be a little bit of follow the leader through there. Got triple, quad. Oh, that quad's going to be hard for me to get every lap. Holy. Hello, Fick.
IRL, just a little sketch on the Sam's track we're on this weekend.
Hey, listen, I would love to go out on my 125 again, but she still needs rebuilding. And I'm a very, very heavy man these days. I don't think it would move. I'm pretty sure I'm like around the 200-pound mark these days. I am a heavy boy. Should be screaming for me to get off. Thank you very much for the 10. Rax, I already told Cam and Ariel today that you've got more aura because you ride these bikes during the season whilst battling for the chip, and he said he's only going to change once he's got the chip wrapped up. So there's levels to it. I was looking at the pillow grips because obviously they would, by nature, I think they're going to be just softer than anything else. But I read because. So where the pillow grips tend to make the grip a little bit bulkier, like a wider grip, you have to hold on, I guess, tighter because the grip is bigger. It's like if you go to the gym and you lift weights. If you try and lift a fat bar rather than a skinny bar, it's harder because you have to, like, grip harder. Then naturally, whilst it might give you less blisters using a pillow grip, it will lead to more arm pump if you're not bike fit anyway because you're holding on tighter. Whereas the diamond ones that I've gone for, where they're a skinnier grip, will hopefully give me less arm pump as well. Which is something that I definitely need right now. Just, you know, again, 7 months off. That's how it is. And yeah, I've not got like massive hands anyway, so as soon as I hopped on the Ducati for that test day last year, I was I hadn't even done half a lap, and I was like, damn, the grips on this bike feel amazing. So hopefully that can translate over to mine. Do we think this left-hander here is going to be a slam on the brakes, hug the inside and double in? Is it going to be one of these? Inside, double. Can you then triple? I think 450 is going to be able to triple. Yeah, I used to... I haven't done it for a very, very long time. But before I met Linda, when I was with my partner prior to her, we would go rock climbing at least once a week. Like every single week. And rock climbing, best thing for arm pump on the entire planet. Just all grip strength. It helps so, so much. It's the only thing that I've ever had that replicates motocross arm pump. Like if you're traversing, if you're going sideways on a wall, or if you're doing a proper route, not just bouldering, the arm pump is crazy. So very, very good for that. Maybe, yeah, maybe I'll force myself to go out. Because we have a rock climbing gym not a million miles away from us. Like it's pretty close-ish. But it's quite small is the issue. So it's usually quite busy. And I don't know about you, there is nothing that frustrates me more than going to any kind of gym, whether it's a rock climbing gym or a normal gym, and having annoying kids fucking running around. And it's like, brother, I will jump off this wall and land on your head on purpose if you don't fuck off. I hope you enjoy your time at Nashville. I genuinely think, and again this goes back to just, I think the 450 boys, I think you can get a good enough run through the far left hand side of these whoops where you can then go quad double after them. Like if you get on top of them well enough, and you can jump this, and then jump downside here, and then you can just scrub into the corner and stay super low, which will gain you a lot of time. It's going to be tricky. You got a bar at home. I used to have, I don't even know what you'd call it. It was a something master, just like a wooden board. It had like a jug hold, a couple of like 4-finger, 3-finger, 2-finger holds. I used to do them all the time. Wouldn't be able to have anything like that here now unless I have one of them like proper attach-on pull-up bars, because it's a rental property. You can't, you know, make holes in the wall or anything like that. I'm a little bit concerned that the bike felt really, really good through the woots on the smooth version, and now we throw a little bit of rough in there and I can't quite seem to make it through them cleanly. And I think the biggest issue is I don't think there's a consistent like a low bit to it. It looks like it alternates between a high and a low side in the same line, which doesn't make too much sense to me. I might have to bring back the little, you know how you scrub into the entry whoop to stay super low? Might have to bring that back. Bring it back for the fans. I'm quite indifferent to the rutted tracks now, to be honest. I don't think it's any secret that I just want Supercross to be over. Like, the GP stuff's been so much more enjoyable. And I'm hoping the outdoor stuff will be just as good as well. Yeah, the Supercross tracks haven't really done it for me this year. But it might genuinely be a struggle to even qualify for the heats tonight. We might end up in AMS. Actually, is AMS still a thing? Do they still do that for this if you don't qualify top 40? Or is that only outdoors? Oh, there's been no announcements about the Aero Outdoor Series yet in general, so I don't think there'd be any AMS announcements yet. I don't think so. Triple off the table? Yeah, I don't think that's something I've got in the locker, Steiner. I want to see if you can triple onto this table from this rut rather than outside. Shit. They can. I can't. Yeah, I don't think you understand though, I've not got a full dedicated Supercross setup on this because I need the bike to feel comfortable rather than be super reactive everywhere. So I don't even think I'd get the pop to get up and over it. Oh, so you're doing that from the inside. Okay, so you're doing it from the inside. What is it? Inside, double... What is it? Double, triple, step on, triple off. Double, step on. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting... I don't think I'm getting the pop on that. So that is somewhere we're going to be losing time, because that seems quite doable. Yeah, the whips aren't going to be easy. Not easy at all. Just two-stroke things. Yeah, I'm not even really getting a good amount of pop to be able to do the alternative line either. This is going to be very, very difficult tonight. Not even trying to just get the alternative line in there as well. But if anything, this does give me a perfect excuse to say the tracks are scaled really badly again. Actually, what do you think is faster in Supercross, the 252 stroke or the 254 stroke? Because the 2-stroke definitely has a bit more power, but it's got nowhere near the grip and handling. So I feel like you can keep more momentum up around the track on the 4-stroke. Yeah, I'm not getting that. She's not got the oomph. We try different line into these. Horrible. Disgusting. Grotesque. Not good. Generally, I want to use today, but, I mean, between us gamers, I really don't mind if I don't make it today. It actually works out well for me, getting to go to bed earlier, since I've got to be up early tomorrow. But I will use today as the test to see if it is actually doable, like trying to get in here on a 250. Oh my goodness. Screw. Yeah, middle right weren't bad there, Sauce. That's a decent shot. I think the entry whoops in the middle one is a little bit lower. That's exactly what we're doing, Kozak. Listen, boys, I said I was doing this before last round of GPs. The rest of the year, for Soupy and for GPs, and potentially MX, I'm going to try the 2-stroke. I will admit, I'm already starting to dislike the sounds of this bike. I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same sounds that are on the 500s. So GPs on Monday could not have gone any better than it did, I don't think. Well, I mean, I did have one extra crash I needed to at the end of both races, which sold me a position or two. But I think as a whole, really, really solid day. And people seem to enjoy watching it as well. Do you think there's any point... we've got 4 rounds left. Do you think he's going to learn at some point this year that when we build the inside rut this far out, that people are just going to flat track on the inside and miss it? Because it's happened God knows how many times this year. Like, so many times. Yeah, it just seems very silly to me. Hey, if anybody wants to do any research and find the goated 252 stroke gearing, by all means, go for it and let me know. I reckon the tracks are just finished for the year. I reckon they've been finished, so if there's any like weird ruts or complaints about a certain way that they're made, I don't think it will affect anything for the rest of the year. Yeah, I've just got a feeling that they're done, and they've been done, and now they just get released each week. Uh-oh. Yeah, Reaper's video was on the 250F. So it won't apply across... well, I don't think it will apply across the other bikes. That weren't bad. I still think like far inside's going to be better and then drifting into that rut, but for the sake of trying to save my front end a little bit, that's not terrible. That's terrible. Yeah, 250s are hard. Oh, I've not played this week's sim track. That's brutal. I thought that the ruts on the jump faces would help me get over some of these bigger lines easier, because usually they just send you a bit higher. Because it seems like it's just stealing all the momentum away from me today. Oh, maybe it's a good thing that I wasn't able to do it. So because I went riding on Wednesday, I actually went to bed. I went to bed at about, well, I got into bed at about 11 PM my time, and I had set an alarm for 12:30 so I could get like an hour and a half sleep and then wake up and then do the sim race, just like have a nap first. And as soon as I got into bed, I was like, no, you know what? The pillow's hitting too good tonight. So I just turned my alarms off and I just slept. So yeah, no sim race this week. And now, unfortunately, on this game, Pablo, it's just all about carrying your momentum everywhere. So if you're trying to use the clutch like you would in real life, it just makes you slide out. So you're better off just trying to be nice and smooth and roll on the throttle around the corner. Yeah, there is no blipping of the clutch on these things. Even the finish line feels just huge. I don't know why. I think that route I took before the Soupy Triple there is going to get so beat up. I don't see anybody taking the inside. I feel like I'm going into the whoops relatively straight, and as soon as my back wheel hits one of them, it just steps out to the side. The whoops are easy. Oh, so the week that I don't do, they make the whoops easy to get through. I feel my speed pretty much everywhere else on the sim tracks is fine. I just can't get through whoops. So maybe that would have been my week. That could have been my track. That's going to get a disgusting kicker on it, I can tell you that already. Oh, over it. From my very limited time playing the alpha of MTG, I would say the clutch is actually much more usable than on sim or bikes, to be honest. That's alright. I did say that I think it's a little bit too OP, because it's like you can go into a corner and just spam the clutch and you actually turn like really, really well. What do I hum? No songs at all. I just hum to myself. It hasn't got to be anything. Do you reckon I'm in group 3 again? No, I'm not in group 3. That is a rare occasion. I'm always in group 3. I think I actually signed up pretty fast today, so I'm probably in 2 or 1. Yeah, 2. Yeah, luck do be needed. FXR helmets, I'm pretty sure they're just all on the shop. Did anybody see my Instagram post? Hang on. I finally got a new helmet. In the post I put after 5 years, but it's way more than 5 years. Like, I've had my TLD helmet for God knows how long. Got a new helmet. Got a ATR free. So, W. I'll be wearing that this weekend. What is strange is wearing a helmet that has fresh cheek pads in it. I feel like a hamster, just with my cheeks all mushed together. Obviously the ones on mine are just so worn away. Shout out Ryan as well, he remembered to keep the 2-strokes on the servers for me. W admin. The reason behind the 2-stroke, just for my own sanity. Just something fun, something different, a challenge as well. Supercross is going to be insanely difficult to try and qualify for. This is the first week trying to do it on the 2-stroke. But outdoors was relatively straightforward. So we've got... what's the time? Yeah, we've got five minutes-ish until the qualifying starts. I'm getting some weird frame freezes though already. I've only done half a lap. I don't hate that middle right into the whoops at all, so I'm just a little bit worried that maybe it's too slow on the entrance to it. Like, you have to check up a lot mid-corner. I've also noticed that the hitboxes on the bottom of the forks and the swing arm on the two-stroke, I'm pretty sure they're different. I've had a lot of times where I get some really, really funky collisions on the top of ruts when I'm leant over and I go quite high in them, like the bike pinging really high. Now, I remember that being an issue in the past, so maybe they adjusted the hitboxes on the 450s and 250Fs, but not the 252 strokes. But yeah, right where my wheels were there is a low spot in the whoop, so that gives you a good drive through them. And I think you can only get there from hitting the middle rut, but yeah, you have to check up a lot for the middle rut in the first place. So I'm not sure. I streamed in a motocross helmet and normal goggles before, and that was hard enough, never mind drunk goggles. I would definitely not be qualifying for any races in those. I don't think I'm actually able to scrub the finish line with it on this thing. I keep coming up short every time I try it. No good. Is Rory heating up? That's what we like to hear. How's Bryson doing today though, Rusper? That's the important question. After his stinky day yesterday. Yeah, as soon as I take that left side, the way that the high and low spots are built, the back wheel just swaps really, really hard. It could be a suspension thing as well. Like if let me try an actual dedicated Supercross setup and see how that goes. Two-stroke. Supercross. This is where I munch the whoops the first time because it's honeymoon period, and then every time after that I get hella sketchy. That was worse. We'll try not to lean back quite as much. It was okay. I'm hoping maybe these will be difficult for everybody. I'm so loose going into them. Like, way too loose going into them. Who have I got for tomorrow? I'm kind of riding the Kenny train right now, I'll be honest. I'd love to see Kenny keep on winning. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about these whoops. I was thinking about this, so I watched Tyler uploaded a video of like his Moto, well, some of his Moto 1 at Trentino the other day. And I watched it, and just seeing how fast the 450s are in such a short amount of time of riding 250s looks so weird. So if I'm sticking to a 250, let's just say to the end of this year, I can't imagine hopping on a 450 after that. They're going to feel just so disgustingly fast in comparison. I do miss engine braking as well. Need me some engine braking in my life. Do we think doing it like that and slamming into it's still quicker? Like just not getting it clean? Do you reckon that's still quicker than checking up fully and singling out? Damn, I went nowhere off of that second triple. Yeah, needed some engine braking there as well. It's got none of it. Yo, yeets. That was a good lap, and I was only 11th. Or did that... No, that never mind, that didn't even count. Was the checkered flag out before I went across the line? Was it already at 0 seconds? Because I don't think I went off the track anywhere. I thought they re-GA'd the Voyak. Because I know they're using the NPC now, but I thought they went back to just M15 and NPC. I'll be honest, I feel like from a viewing perspective, I think the Kogo would be better to watch than the NPC. I think the NPC's iron sights are absolutely disgusting. Oh, can't go through them. Okay, not this lap. It was 0 seconds, okay. That makes sense. That is why it didn't count. Currently in first right now, because nobody's run a lap. Oh my god, I jumped mid-corner. Oh, keep her up. No, oh. I jumped mid-turn and just carried on going, that was nice. Not sure why KN's lagging his titties off. Doesn't usually lag that much. I think middle might be the move for me, gamers. And hear me out. If somebody's behind me anyway, going into that corner, they can't just... well, I was about to say they can't just ride through me. They can ride through me, because they usually do. But I'm pretty much going to be brake checking them. So then hopefully they'll get a bad run through the whoops anyway, if they're trying to follow it all the way around to the outside. Nice little banker lap. Well, I don't think there's anybody like insanely quick in here to really get a gauge with what the lap time should be on. I've not been paying much attention to the names, I'll be honest. That's one of the beauties of not having the leaderboard on the left. Oh, I filtered over to the left, didn't mean to. Yeah, as soon as I get over to that left side there, the bike goes all kinds of sideways. Really need to try and keep the bike in the middle instead. I mean, Dorian and Reed really are the only two in here that I'd expect to get decent lap times. Ian's got internet issues even though he's from the UK. I didn't think he was from the UK. I thought he was like Russian or something. Either that or he's got T-Moss playing on his account. these guys going to the inside. It's making me feel like I'm missing out on something. Oh, because they're all doing the triple step off. Okay. I think I just need to accept that there are going to be parts of this track that I'm going to be losing time on regardless. And I think that rhythm section might be one of them. The annoying thing is, if they're all going inside, they're probably all then going to move over to the left in the rhythm anyway. And just basically like cut my line off. This might be a good test actually. You've got to read... No, never mind. Case the shit out of the finish. Got to read behind me. Oh, I cased it. Yeah, I wanted to see time what. Did I just see... Did he just cut the shit out of that whole straight? Hopefully we've not got another scumbag track with some suspicious lines on. Oh my... Why have I overjumped it that time? Excuse me? I checked up that time, and I almost quadded it. How does that make sense? I'm getting some very inconsistent distances here. No, I missed it. It is an interesting decision having a 90-degree corner and making the berm just fully unusable. Read his laptop gaming. I mean, I like the dedication. Still showing up on the laptop, you gotta respect it. Oh, every time I want to like get a gauge on the person next to me who's going inside, I mess up the rhythm. I want to see if I am really losing a bunch of time going outside there or not. It's just sloppy, isn't it? Oh, it's all kinds of sloppy. I've got the riders weighted too far to the right. Yeah, you can triple off the table, Transcend. I've only managed to slap a front end over it, but, you know, just 250 things. And I'm on an outdoors setup, so it's more plush, so I'm not going to get as much spring off of it as the Supercross setups will. So yeah, the 450 boys will definitely be able to triple step off of that. Oh, I think it's going to save you so much time if you do. I got no distance off of that time. Yes, it was very, very inconsistent. I think it's just the way the jump faces have been built, with a little bit of ruts here and there. Should I try... I don't think I... So that middle line that I'm now taking in the whoops, I don't think I tried the Supercross setup doing that. But now if I do that, it might be better, and now the hopefully a bit more springy Supercross setup will maybe let me get the triple step off at the end of this rhythm. God, I need engine braking so bad. Oh my Christ. See, now this feels sketchy now in comparison. I'm going to give it like another lap or two go, but if it just feels instantly naturally uncomfortable, I'm going back to the motocross setup. Shit. Front end doesn't actually want to turn, the oversteer's crazy. You can see how much that the rider's weight pulls the rider around, or pulls the bike around. So it's trying to high side me in a flat corner. I think I actually jumped too far onto the table. I didn't land in the pocket, so I didn't get enough rebound. I've got no V-Bucks to give. You can't go through that, sir. Not good. Not good at all. Trying to decide if second gear or third gear in that bowl's better. It's like second gets me into it better at first, but then doesn't quite got the oomph to get me all the way out. And but then third gear is sliding around a bit on the entrance. It'll be a lot more timid. It also helps if I don't jump off the side of the track. Yeah, you kind of lose count of your hours after the first few thousand. But I'm over 5,000 at this point. Does sound like a lot, but again, it is over the course of like 6 years now at this point. So it's not terrible if you average it all out. I knew the sand was going to be a problem when I was playing the flat version of this track for me, just with how wobbly it is. See, it never feels quiet. Never feels as planted as the 450s do. I think it's just the weight of the bike. No. That was a good lap up until there. Yeah, I don't think that was actually any quicker. Oh, okay, that's way quicker than what I was doing. Didn't realise that the rut keeps you so low as well. So you haven't got to worry about trying to whip the bike around in a straight line. Oh, I missed the inside. That little transition there as you go over that roller is so easy for the bike to get loose on. Oh, not good. Yeah, I haven't gone faster yet. I reckon I got a good half a second to a second in me. 100%. We haven't got long left though, only 5.5 minutes. Oh, it's nice. I stayed low there as well. Oh, what the fuck? I've just gotten to the top of the qualifying session. Okay. Can we end the qualifying session now, please? I don't think it would be that much better. I think I was on a 55 flat up until then, so I think I took about like 0.8 off. I mean, I can put the standings on just for you guys for now, but I look at it too much during the race, which is why I turned it off. Same with the lap times as well, I just look at it all way too much. So I think the only other time, well, the only other place really that I'm probably going to be losing a bunch of time is this rhythm section. Because I do think going inside and then being able to hit the triple step off at the end is going to be way quicker. Because I'm having to check up so much here to make sure I downside this nice, to then get a nice downside of that, when they can just go full send. I had a very good run through the whoops on that last lap as well. Not this time. A little bit too excited, I was trying to go too fast. There you go, Reed's just beating it. Big laptop Reed, still putting in decent laps. I think he'd be fuming if he let me beat him on a two-stroke. Oh my god. Oh, holy OJ. I overjumped that triple in as well then, and I was in second gear rather than third. I'm caught between gears there. I think I need to be landing in second, but then second's not going to carry me all the way to the next corner, so I'm going to have to upshift, and then I lose time on the shift anyway. So I don't know whether it's better to be landing in third and bogging for a second, or to land in second and then hit the insta upshift. Not too sure. Blew it. We blew way over it. Oh, the game's very, very difficult when you first download it. I think that's the most fun time though, is when you're first learning the game, and you get genuine like joy and satisfaction over just completing clean laps. Ah, clip the bales. Just getting little micro mistakes. Different place every lap. Hold on to her, buddy. That's not a second whoop section. We'll go again. I reckon Hex will start a Optic MX Bikes team. If so, green wall since day one. Get me in there. Oh, god damn it. With a nice mace. I've been relegated down another position. This is going to be my last attempt. Well, that was definitely a better lap up until then, wasn't it? And that, unfortunately, is another massive downside of these 250s compared to the 450s. Is because they're so wonky and wobbly, trying to jump into a corner like that, the bike just wants to stand itself upright when you land. Whereas the 450s will just carry on tracking the right way. Yeah, the 250 two-strokes go so wonky there. Another position lost on the last lap as well. Yeah, I have no idea where I would have ended up there overall. Big optic lens. Don't sound bad, does it? No, I can't quad. Can't quad brick. The line that I'm doing for my bike is the way forwards. She's not got enough oomph. Come on. Oh! I see it's a little bit too sketch to try and get that on a consistent basis. Yeah, fourth in that group. The guy that qualified 17th is not happy with this track. Stone Rider is whack. Track is mad hard. These aren't hard tracks. We'll do a practice start though, won't we? Mm-hmm. 13th overall. That's not terrible. We can work with that. That makes no sense to me. The fact that this bike should be at much more of a disadvantage around here than it was around Trentino. But I qualified better. The starts are chalked anyway. I'm going to have to try and just check up and go inside of everybody. That's a tight first corner. Definitely want to go double in there and then triple. And then probably triple all the way into the corner after that. We do not want to be crashing the whoops on lap 1 though. Actually, hit a little double upshift there as you transfer from left to right because the straight's so long afterwards. Nope. No good. I did enjoy the race on Monday, like a lot. I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, the tracks this year, I said before round one even released that the scaling being used is just way too big. And I don't envy the 250 four-stroke riders at all this year. Like, there's been some track, I think it was round 5, I think it was Glendale, where they literally had to... What was it? Was it single... I can't remember what it was. They had to do like a double single, and then there's something weird they had to do in the rhythm section, because just when the road came in, it got way too boofed to do anything else. Yeah, I don't envy them boys this year. The track scaling is interesting to say the least. I was sleeping on Wednesday. My sleep pattern has to be in American time zone for me to do the sim races, because they don't start until 1:30 AM. So then if I make it through to top 40 and then do heats and stuff, you can be going to 3 AM, 4 AM. And yeah, that was not the case at all. I was in bed fast asleep. Let's have a little reload of my MXB just to get some confirmation. Main event list. No, heat race list. So, what did I get? Got a 54.2. Cam's a second faster than everybody else again. Qualified 14th overall. It's not bad. It's not too shabby. Yeah, I'm in Heat 2. Got Boy, Jake, Tyler, Chase 2, Callum, Dorian, Old Man Dizzle. That is a qualifiable heat race. Definitely going to jinx myself saying that, but that's doable. I'll message Ryan, tell him to restart Heat 2 because there's no 2 strokes on it. Not good. I actually think I'd be worse on a 450 now, like with no practice on it, just going straight into a heat race. Just want to see if he can reload it or if I'm just going to have to ride a 450 for the heat race. I don't want to sound like a broken record, boys, but please do not fall victim for all of the random TikToks saying only possible on A, B, C, X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3 suspension. Don't matter what brand it is. Do your research first. Try as many free setups as you can first as well. Because something that works for one person probably won't work for another if you have different speeds anyway, different riding styles. It's how it be. He hasn't reloaded the heat yet. And it's concerning me on if I should just join on the 450 or if he's going to reload it. No, I understand that perspective as well, Source. What I'm saying is something that works really well for Hawkeye probably won't work for someone of an intermediate level because you're just hitting things at such different speeds anyway. What do I do here, gamers? Do I just join? Hello, Christopher. Hope you're alright. Yeah, I'm excited to use that new helmet. I haven't done it yet. I guess I'll try joining. I feel like this might mess me up though, like flow wires, rhythm wires. I don't even know what to run. On like a KTM or something. No, I won't be stuck on this for the main event. I can change bikes between them. They're on different servers, so as long as he puts the server up on Two Strokes for that. And I don't think anyone's going to have an issue with it anyway. But I think this is going to be worse for me now. Because I'm going to have no flow or anything. We'll leave the ship, we'll leave it like that so I don't forget it afterwards. I tell you what, I bet you've never ever seen somebody qualify on 2-stroke and then ride a 4-stroke before. Usually it's the other way around, they'll qualify on the 4 and then ride the 2. This guy, I'm not confident in this at all. The reason this is bad as well is this is going to ruin my muscle memory for the 2-stroke even more by not riding it. So then come main event time, if I make it through to the main event, I'm going to be sketchier. I'm not riding the 450 by choice right now. The server's set up for 450s only. There's no 250 option. Yeah, he said they shouldn't have even been on for Supercross, forgot to take them off from GPs. So I said, don't be a pussy, let us try and have some fun on these ARLSX tracks. He said race the main on it, so I'm guessing he might put them on for the main event. But yeah, the muscle memory is going to be fully chalked. I get this thing's going to feel so quick now in comparison. I can understand his point of view though, like taking the server down and resetting it now with 20 people in it is going to be a bit of a pain in the arse to try and do. So I get it from both sides. I'm just scared about my muscle memory now. Because this thing's going to feel like an absolute tank to try and turn. And then I'm going to get used to it by like the last lap of this. Oh, it's going to be very interesting. You taking it down? Good boy! Love that. Thank you, Ryan. Oh, God. There you go. I messaged him saying, God, you're fit. Literally, I don't apologise to anybody in that lobby. Let the boy ride his bike. Hell no. Is he taking all the servers down? Surely not. I'm guessing he's taking them all down to put them all up with 2 strokes, not just my one with 2 strokes. No, as I said, God, you're fit. So he'll take that as a good accomplishment or good, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Compliment, sorry. Yeah, I'm just so Ryan doesn't take the blame in aerial chat. I'm just saying you can blame me for the delay. Here we go. Right, 450 heat 2. MX1 2-stroke. There we go. Yeah, W Ryan. Right, we're good. Got the right bike. And we're good to go. This track's hard. Why does everyone keep saying that the tracks are hard? I do not think this is difficult. I mean, none of the Supercross tracks really have been difficult. I think the Whoop's the only thing that's a little bit techie about it. Yeah, you're not allowed to say it's hard when you top qualify by pretty much a second every week anyway, Cam. Come on. We don't like the low-key flexes. Bonk. Rest in peace, Dizzle. Multi-time champ. What I can say is Monday's track was a hard track. I don't think this is a hard track. Was a DDoS issue sorted out? Kind of. A little bit. There you go. I just want to do that every lap. No, you wasn't struggling in qualifying. You fucking top qualified. You're 0.7 faster than everybody. What do you mean? You could fucking just ride around and still top qualify without trying to go for a heater per se. Like, you're not struggling. Oh, I don't know what amount of fuel to run for the main. Because usually I run 4.5 on the 450. But outdoors on Monday I ran 9.5, which is what I usually run on the 450. And I still had 4 litres of fuel left. you reckon maybe I just run 2 litres of fuel for the main and we make it through there? Super chat not working. That's not good. I appreciate any donations that say join aspect. I'll probably still run 4 anyway. The only thing I think I really need to change for would be to try and get just the tiniest bit of a better jump out the gate. But since the start's going to be chalked on this thing regardless, it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to say this now. I don't know if Aidan or Jake will have the stream open anymore. If they do, I'm saying this now before Monday rolls around. Do not be like the rest of the pussies that say they're going to ride a different bike and they only ride it in the actual races, but they qualify on something normal. You got to do it the whole night. If you're going to do it properly. Qualify on it as well. Neon was wondering if I'm a virgin. If I am, then I'm doing something very, very wrong. Being in a relationship with the same woman for 6 years, I've got to be doing something wrong if I am. Hello, Lecken. Default suspension's nice. I noticed when I was testing out 2-strokes to begin with, the Husky 252-stroke OEM suspension felt pretty fucking good. TM, not so much. No, TM 450, I think there's not really much you can do to that thing. That is... You may as well just bust out some leaf springs from back in the day. That's what the suspension feels like. Strap some 2x4s to the forks. Bosh, done. To be honest, there's so many different tracks, Nomo, it's hard to know what to suggest. The best thing I can advise to give you, really, is if you go to the multiplayer servers and you just filter by the most populated server and just see what tracks people are playing, they're usually the best way to go. Because they're usually the most populated for a reason. People just enjoy them in general. What's the benefit? Absolutely nothing. There is no benefit to this bike whatsoever. But yeah, just for a bit of fun, something different. I mean, I've been riding 450s for like 4 years now at least. So it's nice to mix things up a little bit, especially when I haven't really been enjoying just MX bikes as a whole for probably at least the last year. But we booted up the 2-stroker on Monday for the GP. Probably one of the most fun races I've had in a very long time, so we're going to try and keep the ball rolling. But yeah, again, it's going to be hard on Supercross making it through. So I need to get top 9 in this race to make it to the main event. And I just have a sea of blue around me that I've got to try and get a good start against, so it's always going to be difficult. That's not good. Did we get a jump start? Yes, we did. I really need a wee. How am I gate 3? I don't know. I was 7th in the heat, so I got 7th gate pick. But I think it's probably because I have to turn right here before I turn left, because it's kind of leading into the bow, so a lot of people will want to kind of go over here to like 4 or 5 to get a straighter run. But I know I'm going to get a stinky start, so I'm just going to let everybody else go and then see if I can somehow try and sneak up the inside. Second gear start tech. I don't have quick shift low racks, so as soon as I have to change from second to third, it's chalked for me. I'll keep the timer up, just for you boys. I'm just going to try and make a mental note not to look at it too much. We'll see if it works or if it hinders me. Oh, it's funny enough you said that. I think everybody realised, and now it's moved me all the way over to gate number 5 rather than gate 2. Gotta let them know you're there, innit? Oh my god. Yeah, that's not good. Who was that? They rejoined the track like a fucking idiot. I think it was Meeks. Bro was off the far left-hand side of the track and just joining at a full 90 degree, trying to dart to the inside right. Like, what are we doing? Right. Time to hopefully prey on people's downfalls. I think I'm going to have a lot of cuts, because I've been off the track like twice already. That was not in... That's such a shit place to crash. Oh, I'm getting Poboso'd. Oh, we might be LCQ bound here, gamers. This is not the start that you want. Alright, let's lock in. Yeah, well, actually, we might as well just go for some sendy action, see if we can make some aggressive passes, and try and work our way up. Not sure why I'm starting to mess everything up now. Don't feel like I'm overriding it at all. Oh yeah, 15th. Why is it starting to fucking mess up on me? Just need to try and find that little bit of a flow. And then we'll be alright. But then it is also hard when you're around people that are just a little bit slower as well. I mean, I feel like 9th is only just up the road. I'm not sure how to go about passing any of these. Now I'm going to get a bad run through the whoops. I just keep having people crashing in shit positions in front of me, and then they mess me up, and then everybody else can go through fine. No, don't fucking... Ah! Man, these fucking two-strokes are so wonky. It just folded on me. Trying to see if I was about to get taken out. Oh, it's annoying because it's like 9th place is like just ahead. Like this is so doable. Why are we fucking... Just hold a fucking line, boys, I beg. And why are we going from left to right? Oh, this has been stressful. It's annoying because I feel like I'm so close to it as well. I think I'm just going to run out of time. And then the LCQ is going to be a free-for-all. Getting so unlucky. Hello? Why have I just almost quadded that? We're at a bad track entry, aren't we? Give myself another second of cuts. This is all going to come down to cuts in this one. I'm right on the bubble. Wow, some of these jumps are sending me so far now. Last lap. Come on. I've got no right to even be almost making it through this. You cunt. I think I might have it on cuts. Maybe. Yes, oh thank God. Oh my god, I'm sorry. The way that race has gone, with how many mistakes are in there, with how many crashes, with how many fuck-ups and running into other people's bikes and this, that and the other, how I've been allowed to finish in 9th is beyond me. I don't want to be an arsehole, but holy shit, people are bad. I also don't understand how I got no cuts. I was off the track like 5 different occasions. I don't understand how this can be like a pro race. There is no universe where I should make it into the top 9 in that. But we made it. That's all that matters. I only used 1.1 litres of fuel in that race. So that was 6 minutes plus a lap. Times that by 3 to get 18 minutes. I'm still going to run... I think I'm still going to run 4. Still run 4 for the main event. That'd be fine. When I rolled the finish in the fast line and fucked the guy behind me, I don't remember fucking anybody behind me. Name 20 top pros that aren't bad. That comes on when you get to mix EU and NA together instead of having region locks, unfortunately. It's just chaos back there. What was the erode in there? It's 0.15. It was relatively high. Trying to, like, some of the jumps. I mean, this is going to be interesting at the end of the night, because I think the 450 guys might be okay. They might be able to start cutting down about here and still get over it. I've not got the oomph to do it. The alternative line is to go inside and then you go double, triple. I've got to try and land in this perfect little pocket here to get enough height and distance. I might have to practice some alternative lines. Whoops are hard. And it's like, I don't think they should be that hard. Actually, no. Never mind. I thought they was straight. But can you see how even if you're kind of in the line, you'll get 1 or 2 of these that will kick your back end out? I ain't surprised. I'm not surprised that they're sketchy then. I don't... Weirdly enough, the far left here actually looks like the most consistent. I'm not sure about doing it this way. I can understand building like little grooves in it as you go across. But you'd think that the groove would kind of be straight the whole way through. Whereas it looks like it's a bit of a mismatch. It's like this looks relatively consistent here, but then you've got this at the start of it. This looks the smoothest. I'm just not sure how feasible it is getting all the way over to there as you're hooking out of this. And it's like as soon as your back wheel touches like just the side of this a tiny bit, it's going to kick you out. And I was trying to get into this, like this darker line here in the middle. It's so easy for the bike to kick around. Yeah, that was... hang on, what bike was Tyler on? Was he on a Fantic? He was. There you go. It's not a blue bike. That's nice. Well, we made it top 9. Jesus Christ, it was stressful though. Oh, hang on. I like watching the little aerial clips and drama after races. What's this one about? He said at Cam, yeah, mint. Oh. Yeah, that's not ideal from Cam there. That is not the best IQ I've ever seen on the start. Bro just, just hooks a hard left. Yeah, that's class. I can understand Aiden not being too happy with that one. Neon's fully off the track on the left. Am I in this one? No. Troy's in this one. Looks like Troy survived the start. I'm always scared of scrolling through aerial pits on stream in case there's just some outrageous gifts that are put in there. Easy race ban for Cameron Box. Maybe. He would still be in the lead of the championship, which is crazy. The whoops are hard to blitz now, which you liked. I recommended Stone to keep them like Daytona. I think Daytonas are easier than this, though. I like whoops being difficult, but I like them to be predictable if you get into like the right line or the right rhythm. So if you take Glendale, where there was just a massive trench on the left side, that's too much in like the other way. And I'm all for high spots and low spots because they're erode in real life over time as well. But if you take last round IRL, for example, there was a bit of a trench in the whoops, but it was just in that one line. So if there's lower spots and higher spots, I'd like them to be consistently higher and lower, not halfway through the whoops throw out a random jagged one that'll kick your back end out and you'll die. Because I almost feel like that then comes down to chance rather than predictability and line selection. It's hard anyway, because I feel like most times I was going into that corner before the whoops, there was other people there and banging bars of each other, so trying to find the right spot was a little bit trickier. No idea why I started messing up this triple in. I've done it a couple of times. Doing it now as well. I wish I could carry third in that corner without bogging so much, because it definitely sets me up for the whoops better. But it bogs like crazy. I got 9th in the heat. We just scraped in. Yeah, I'm riding 2-stroke the whole time. So I qualified on it. I could have taken the pussy route out and tried doing qualifying and heat race on a 450 and then doing 250 for the for the main, but I feel like you're just cheating the system. Then you may as well rock it for the whole night. If I don't like these grips, maybe I'll give them a go, Josh. No, I didn't do anything on Monday afterwards. Nothing at all. No, I'm not good when it comes to troubleshooting the problems like that, David. Just if you followed every step to a T on the video, then it would be showing up in game correctly. If it's not, then I've got no idea how to fix the problems. Because I have to refer to my own videos if I ever try going down the track making route. Which I don't really do anymore. I've not touched any track building in months and months and months. The main MX Bikes Discord is probably the best one to ask track building questions in. I know they've got specific channels for it. Screw. Yeah, I'm meant to be going riding tomorrow and Sunday. I should actually look. Let me see. Don't know if I should be doing this or not. I'm going to do a weather check. Because usually if it says raining, I'm instantly in bad vibes. What general area is this track in? Okay, right. Google. Because it was sunny all day Wednesday, raining all day yesterday, and sunny all day today. So now tomorrow, it says raining all morning, and then sunny all evening, and then Sunday says sunny from 7 AM until the rest of the day. So I don't know. Don't know what the track conditions be like. Usually for they absolutely water the piss and dig it really, really deep for the races that we do, which I hate. So we'll see what happens. I mean, in the nicest way possible, I'm from the UK, where pretty much all our tracks are just dog shit anyway, so I wouldn't even say I have a favourite track. I also don't ride tracks consistently enough to kind of get that kind of a opinion, really. I mean, I ride during the summer and then have 7 months off when the weather's arse, and then ride again for another 4 or 5 months the next year. I mean, any of our tracks that are good, like a Hawkston, for example, they're not open for practice anyway. It's just race days only. If I was to show, I know we get a lot of Americans in here. If I was to show the Americans the track that I'm racing at tomorrow, I don't think their mind could comprehend the levels that we have in the UK and just how good they have tracks there. I'm gonna have to load this up on Chrome because my Opera GX always gets quite funky. Yeah, I'll show it. I've got ad block on Google Chrome, so YouTube builds in an automatic fucking delay to try and counteract it you using it. No, I made it through, Sturg. I got 9th. Made it in for the last position. So the American mind will not comprehend what we have to ride. They'll be like, where are the jumps? I know, I asked the same question. Where are the jumps? You tell me. I hope it's not wet for the sake of the grass start, because Jesus Christ, wet grass is never a fun time, is it? See that already? Brock said grass start. It's usually just fields that they then just go around and dig up. And that's it. I think that's the biggest jump you'll have on this entire track. Need to tilt that camera up, buddy. But you can see the kind of dirt that we're rocking with here. Just hard, horrible, stony shit. And you can tell by this bit here, like most of this is still grass underneath anyway. So they've just gone through and just dug it up, and that's what you're riding on. Nice and dusty. Nothing beats going along a straight really, really fast when it's hella dusty as well. Nice and dangerous. Can't see if there's anybody down. I got no idea who this is riding, but the cognitive speed's lacking a little bit, but he does like throwing it off the jumps. Oh, look at him! Fucking Tarsner! Yeah, so this is round 1 of the championship that we're racing at, by the way. But this is kind of what you get anyway. A lot of it is just like fields like this. I mean, this is just massive wads of grass and dirt, and like who's touching this? You're gonna be losing so much time. Which is why I don't really care for racing. I just like going and riding my bike. But beggars can't be choosers, and where I have the AJP boys taking my bike here and everywhere, I just kind of go where they go, and they race anyway. So I just go along with it. But yeah, it doesn't look like there is anywhere to breathe around here, it is just flat out. It's giving Thunder Valley with no jumps. No, it's not that sort of elevation, I don't think. Got a little bit of a rut action in that corner though. I always notice on tracks like this, the acceleration bumps usually go crazy when it's this kind of ground where they're just digging up the grass and the dirt. I also feel like this is probably way more off camber than it looks on the GoPro. Well, the geezer in front of him on the KX got to munch that turn. Look at, he's moving. My arms are pumping up just looking at it, squeezing the brakes so hard. Yeah, I went to Sellinge. I probably won't go back again, to be honest. I thought it was absolutely dog shit the way they prepped it last time I went. Yeah, she's looking a bit quick. There wouldn't be a UK track without the random puddle of slop where they've just emptied the Bowser out randomly. Nice, nice, nice. But if you pay attention to this cowie in front of him up this hill, you can see like how choppy it gets acceleration bump-wise. Just got to hold on to it for dear life. And based on how the ruts are around here, I don't think this is very late in the day. I feel this is quite still early on. Yeah, I've never ridden here before. Riding here... Why is this freezing? No idea. Riding here tomorrow and the day after. Let's all see how it goes. The roost looks diabolical. BP's put handguards on for this weekend. I do not have handguards. The crazy part is, so, I mean, I don't, what would you say, if you guys have a race, for the US folk, what is your general entry fee on a race day? Because for me, for the 2 days, just to race, that just registering, signing up, £160 to ride that field for 2 days. Which is probably over $200, I think. That is the AMCA for you. That is UK motocross. And they wonder why the sport is dying. In the UK, at least. Yeah, all the tracks are closing down. The tracks that we do have are just fields. Cost you an arm and a leg to do it. And you get to ride a nice field. Inflation goes crazy, yeah? There was a track that I used to ride back when I lived in, like, more down south. And I think it was something like £40 just for the day, for a practice day. And then COVID happened. And then after COVID was lifted, they upped their price like 55 to cover for the losses through COVID and never put it back again. So now it's just 55 every time. Now, say if it was up to me, Liam, if I had control over where my bike went, I would probably just rock up to Moto 101 just on the weekend, just have some fun there, rather than going and spending that much to race and stuff like that. I found out what the issue was with my camera though. Do you remember how the video that I uploaded from riding Apex, it was more zoomed in than usual? Somehow it had managed to go back to widescreen rather than ultra widescreen. So I changed it to ultra wide now, so hopefully if I do end up uploading anything from this weekend, it will actually be viewable. Won't be so zoomed in. So I mean that's £160 for that track, and on the Saturday you have qualifying and 2 races, and then on the Sunday you have a practice and 2 races. It does feel a lot. I suppose we don't have as many classes as the US do, so maybe the US can get away with charging a bit less because there's more people. Because you guys run like 15 classes a day, like more, don't you? And your races are a bit shorter. I'm riding the Stark. My 250's not ready. I asked my dad if we're able to go out on the 250 at some point, and he just said wait for it to warm up a little bit. And it's starting to warm up. Hopefully sometime soon. Because it's a catch-22, because if I'm talking from a racing perspective, the starts on the Varg are OP, and hitting jumps on the Varg is just really, really easy. But my corner speed on the Varg is bad. However, if I'm on a 250, my corner speed is much better, but then my start's going to be worse. And it'll be harder to get over some of the jumps, just for me at my skill level. What are we looking like in the night? Where are we at so far? Oh. Froxy asking the 15... Actually, I think she said she was like 17. Froxy asking the one female in Ariel if she's a virgin. Crazy Riz. The Riz goes hard. It's got to be like the first line on Tinder, isn't it? When you match someone, are you a virgin? We've got to check DMs. I don't know if I want to be part of this this drama, to be honest, Els. I also feel like you as a... How old are you now? Like 34-year-old man? Me and you, we should not be getting involved in teenager drama on Discord. Female or femboy? I'll take either. Either or. Hey, listen. Shooters shoot. Neon wouldn't have known unless he tried. Bro's hustling. Would I be interested in doing an EMX 125 race? No, probably not, Ronnie. I usually have no desire racing tracks that have already been out. That's why I just do the aerial races, 30 minutes on the track and then it's race time. Also, the AMS versions of the tracks don't appeal to me. I think EMX races should be more for amateurs anyway. Like, I don't think faster people should be playing it. There's no drama, it's just teenagers being overly horny, so then they see a female in MX bikes and try risen her up on Snapchat. Remember, I don't know how it applies in the US, but in the UK... What's the best way of doing this? Just so when you're at school... I don't even know what age range you'd be in, but basically you'd have like year 7 to 11, which is our secondary school, which maybe is like high school for you guys. And then after that you have what's called sixth form, which is just like another 2 years. However, in the UK a lot of schools are single sex, so I went to a boys only school. However, then when you do the sixth form afterwards, they open it up to be male and female. And there was only something like 4 girls end up coming to our school, because it was still mainly a boys' school anyway. There was one kid. So, give you a backstory as well. One of the girls ended up coming to us in those 2 years of sixth form was one of my best friend's girlfriends. So obviously I knew her relatively well. I knew him obviously very well. I don't know how long she'd been there for, but one of the other guys asked him if he could buy her a Christmas gift. And I'm like, that's just more levels of creepy. Like, that's just way too much. Imagine, like, you've got a girlfriend you've been with for years and somebody you're at school with comes up to you and say, hey, can I buy your girlfriend a Christmas present? Like, that's outrageous. Same-sex schools would be horrible. I feel like the all-boys schools wasn't too bad. Like, you get fights and stuff like that. It's not the end of the world. But could you imagine trying to be a teacher at like an all-girls school when they're at that age where they're going through all sorts of like hormones and having their first you-know-whats? There'd be catfights all over the place. Oh, that'd be awful. Can't give you an exact time when the races start. I'm just a passenger, like you guys. I'm just waiting for the LCQs and things like that to happen. Which, have they put an announcement up about the LCQs, actually? Oh, yeah, hang on. Let me tune into Talon's stream. We might be making progress. MX Bikes, Talon. Oh, gotta mute that. Mute that. Did you know my last Supercross stream? Because I had this page open when I went to the toilet and I had the sound on, there was a copyrighted song for like a minute and the whole stream got demonetized because of it. Thank you, YouTube. Copyright. I just couldn't imagine trying to be a teacher anymore. I imagine even like 10 years ago, maybe it wasn't too bad. But with how brain rotted everyone is these days and how little attention spans people have, oh my god, it must be a nightmare trying to teach anybody. Just get everyone to use ChatGPT all day instead. Problem solved. Teachers can just sit there and collect a check. It's not fair for me to sit here and air out other people's dirty laundry. So you can go read Aerial Pits if you want to catch up on all the gossip. Bro tried to activate Riz, didn't work. Now other people know about it, so they're making fun of him for it. Wouldn't say it's crazy per se, Marcus, but I feel like that's one of the things where, depending on how close you are with the homeboy, you might have to check with him first. See if it's all Gucci. Bonk. So what point are we at yet? So I don't think that has the 250 main event happened, or are we going to be running these together? Not too sure. Not too sure at all. No idea if your game is crashing as soon as you open it. One thing I have learned in my years of streaming now is just how many computer problems people have. And I mean, there's probably 100 different reasons why your game could crash as soon as you load it up. So I've never had these sorts of issues. So I play the game, I install the bikes and the tracks in the right places, game works. Yeah, we made it through to the main. The crazy thing is, if I don't choke the first rhythm section and then don't subsequently get taken out in the second turn because people have really bad track entries, I don't see any reason why I couldn't like easily a top 5 that heat race, because people were not going fast at all. It's concerning me a little bit now that I'm crashing in the whoops all the time. Starting to feel like I'm playing MX Simulator again. I mean, I got through clean, but it was still sketchy towards the end. Staggered. Okay, staggered. Okay, we got a bit of time in. That felt quite nice, trying to hook further down to the right. But should I be hooking down from the middle right, or should I be checking up even more and trying to take this first one? I don't know if you get enough speed from the far inside one. Me and Linda do say something like the brain rot names to each other now and then though, but just for like, just as a laugh. Like if she sees a cat outside or something, we'll just laugh and be like, cappuccino ballerino. And I did play Steal a Brain Rot on Roblox not that long ago. Trying to catch up on all of my different brain rot names. Mains have been up. Yeah, our race doesn't start though, does it? It's staggered. We've got time. Yeah, we got time. I might just join. I think I'm going to be playing this too much now, where I'm just going to get worse. So I think if I join, and then we'll just go and watch 250. ARLSX 450 main, join. So we have a look to Steal a Brain Rot Roblox. We'll go through all these. We'll keep Rax up to date with all the names, shall we? So, how do we find the characters? Bruh. How do I even allow ads? It's not that. No idea. If we try it on Chrome instead. 30 years old, by the way. Right. Oh, here we go. Brain rots. Right. There's so many. Oh my god. Why is there so many? It probably still wouldn't have even let me continue anyway. Sorted? Yeah, sort them for me, please. There we go. Ah, here we go. Right. So we've got Nubini Pizzanini, Lirili Larila. I've seen that one on TikTok. Big Tim Cheese. I did at one point take Linda's phone while she was asleep. And I changed my name on the phone to be John Pork and added John Pork's face on it. Because she absolutely loves seeing the TikToks of people like trolling their grandparents or whatever, like putting John Pork's face in a picture frame and they're just like, who is this guy? So yeah, I had John Pork as calling. Flurry Flora, Talpa di Ferro, Svidina Bombardino. That's outrageous, Marius. That's horrible. Pipi Kiwi. We got, not going to say that one. That'll get taken out of context. We got Tata Ragnar. What was that? Like a turtle spider? No idea. Got Pipi Corny. That's as much as we'll do with that. Are we racing yet? Mi Bomba. Oh, I'm going to have an awful gate selection, aren't I? I'm going to be all the way out on like gate 20. Something like that. I'm going to choose gate 1 and then just see wherever it puts us. Right, 250 time. Oh, tun 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 suhu. Look at that nice sea of orange. Let's go Tuna. Big Tuna on the Cowie, not Cowie, the Husky. Very different bikes. I really need a Wii as well. You know what, I'm going to steal Talon's stream. I'm going to go and pee whilst he's doing this. Better than me trying to hold it till last second.
Down. Sue gets a decent jump. Zyre, KFC, Liposec. KFC goes in deep, kind of forces Liposec out, but whole shot for KFC, sorry. And it looks like Mystery is going to jump on by all of them. Gets the triple into the corner, into the lead. He goes around the outside to get a good drive in the loops. KFC and Liposec down the right-hand side. They get into each other, and they both go down, and Brad is into P2 early here. Not what KFC wanted, especially with that good start, and then unfortunately tossing it in the whoops. So Brad into P2. It looks like Mystery jumping off the side of the track in the sand. So Brad is into the early race lead. Very few times we've seen him get in the lead early, but every time he's gotten to the lead in late races, he's pulled away and put on a big gap on everyone else. But Mystery, J Talon, then we got Dennis, Crazy Boy, and then Randy. Oh, Crazy Boy makes a mistake on the triple on. And there's Randy and KFC jumping on by after going down in the whoops. Cloud down the inside of him. Looking to get past Teats. Triple in here, and then he's going to get the triple on. And they got a kind of a big battle up here with Mystery leading the way in P2. And then J Talon, Dennis, and Ollie Roy with Randy just on the back end of it, kind of lurking there. All these guys getting the triple cleanly, going into the whoops. The whoops, or the turn before.
That was a very poorly timed Yo Frizzy, but
through them cleanly. Yeah, kind of.
Thank you very much for it.
About the same
Yo,
pace,
back to you.
The triple in though. Dennis checks up to go double. It kind of helps him not lose time there. Mystery makes a mistake.
Someone posted me in pits. They usually do, to be fair.
Kind of get the middle rut, and then
Comes with the territory.
Squeak up the inside there. And it looks like it was a mistake from Misery in
Let's
that
see,
corner.
was it today?
So down he went. It looks like
It was a Scary.
on the sand.
Crazy work.
Unless he just went by without me noticing. But there's KSC, Mystery, J-Town. Yeah, it looks like we have lost Dennis. He fell down. And it looks like Teats could not get the finish line. Zyre lands on him, and there's Dennis finally. See him rejoin, moves Teats out the way. Zyre could not get the double in here. Dennis barely getting the triple. Can he get the triple on? Barely does that as well.
I do need to make sure I keep drinking enough water for tomorrow, though. Got to make sure the legs are nice and hydrated.
6 seconds up of J-Town, and then 10 seconds to KFC. And it looks like Mystery tucks the front end there. Oliver gets into Dennis.
Oh my goodness. A cheeky 5 gifted members from BBL Frizzy. BBL Frizzy. Thank you, Frizzy.
Barely get on through there. Dennis
Body
closed in on him.
252 became a member.
Into the sand section they go, doubling to the side. Dennis checks
At
up.
Mason Frisbury 2078 became a member.
Do they go? Dennis mistake on the exit. Zyre
I will say
on the
this much in regards to the Neon situation.
gets the triple on, and that's a 2-for-1 there for Zaire.
Actually, is she from the UK or is she from the US?
No,
If she's from the UK, at least in
5
Leon's
points
situation,
back.
he's gone for one that's of
Someone to
legal
take a
age rather
tuna
than
on the
doing
finish
a
line.
typical Canadian and going for the ones that are underage.
Go up, you see how far ahead Brad is already
So,
pulled on the rest of the field. It's up to 10 seconds.
it's not as
now.
bad.
We saw in the heat race, he's one of the only ones to get the triple out of the whoops here. See if J Town could get it cleanly. Goes for
Chances
it.
I think you
He
could
gets
win
it
on the
cleanly
TM.
Going into the corner, he does.
As talented of a man as you are, Rex, I just think that TM's got too many wonky things with it.
He's staying consistent, and that's helping him stay up in P4.
Just even when it comes down to like scrubbing and the bike not wanting to come back right in line with you.
Zaire's able to get it down the inside of
Top 5? Don't know about win. Depends on how everybody else's race goes.
Mistake in the sand, and through goes Teets down the right-hand side after squaring him up. Looks like someone down the loop side is Mystery, who's your
I used to be a very
little bit, about a couple
very
corners, so
dehydrated gamer.
Brad made his
I mean,
move,
sometimes I still am. I have to force myself to drink water sometimes.
and then KFC is
I remember
flying
doing a
top.
race when I was
Battle
younger
on P2,
and
looking for way down the
tipping,
inside.
well,
I think
almost tipping a
actually
bike
Down had
over in a rut in the
mistake
corner,
because it went from 10
putting my
seconds
foot
behind to
down,
15 with these two.
and getting
Get it kinda
such a
cases a
bad
tiny bit,
cramp
able to
in my
save it just
calf
barely.
that I just fell down to the ground. Like, it cramped up that bad. I just had to try and give it a second. So, drink your water. Hydrate yourself.
Triple. So he's going to have to settle for double, and at 16 seconds behind Brad is going to be costly. He is 5 points down. After, I think he
It's time for Brad to move up.
I think Brad actually won
In
last week,
Brad and
but
KFC's defense, they are
he has some
doing
time with
450s
Brad
full
getting into some
GPs.
lappers,
Maybe they'll do it as well.
but it is 5 points they went
Uh,
up from,
AMA Outdoors. No idea.
I believe 2.
But they're
so
both doing very well in 450s as well, so I'm not sure what made them
So,
choose to do 250s in Supercross.
5 points means
At
guys
barrel
getting into
underscore
Three
frizzy
years?
705
Jesus.
remember,
I think add a
at
ton or
barrel
something.
underscore frizzy 705 celebrates 36 months of membership. Damn, 3
Supercross
years
people.
is crazy.
3 years is a very, very long time. We don't see too much of you anymore, Frizzy. You just kind of stop by and drop a little gifted here and there, a little 5 from time to time, and then disappear again.
Triple, but Brad is going to go
But,
around the outside of him. We'll see how he
I mean, I
can
hope you're
these
keeping well.
lappers. Yeet and Leo just absolutely send each other, and they both go down. And then MF is getting lapped. That's fair.
Yeah,
All
I'd
right, MF,
quite like it to be that way,
that's
Gary.
very smart of you.
I'd like it to be
And
that way.
Brad just jumps on by him with the difference in pace.
To be fair, it would be much easier if the base game just worked the same as Sims, where the bike model is tied to the bike skin. So then people can ride whatever bike they want, and then they can make it look however they want. But yeah, it doesn't work that way at the moment, unfortunately. Been on a COD grind. I still play my good amount of COD. I'm level 672 at the moment. All I've been doing recently is just playing zombies, to be honest, just leveling up the guns. I had the idea in my mind of trying to get every gun to max prestige, max level, but it's taking so much longer than I expected. And they do keep releasing new guns, like, so often.
You're not freaky enough for me.
That's what you think. Thank you very much, Aspect Team Owner.
Oh my god, MF. Hold on there. So it looks like Casey got through there cleanly, and then now we see Jay Talon moving on through, and Dr. Geo working his way up into P4 now. So we'll see him come through the final corner on to the triple, onto the table off.
Boys, can we
through. So
can we leave
slowly
the
but surely moving up here. He's up to P4,
aerial
like I said.
drama out
He's
of
down
this
at
chat,
P5,
please?
as it says on timing and scoring, and there he is, with Colt and Zaire battling just behind him for P6 and position 7.
Keep it in the aerial pits.
So tripling through the rhythm, we'll see if Zaire can get a decent drive down the right-hand side of him.
Why would I want all the bikes to feel the same? Because at the moment, there is always a best bike. So in this class, it's the KTM. So every single bike that you see, that's the right one.
Neon is too freaky for me.
Thank you, Steiner. As you see, everybody's on the KTM. And it gets very, very boring looking at everybody on KTMs all the time. And if you're a competitor, you obviously want to ride the best bike to give you the best chance. And maybe you'll get bored looking at a KTM yourself as well. Whereas if every bike handled the same, there would be no best bike, and people could then just ride what bike they like the look of the most, so there'd be more colour. So this commentating view right here would be a lot more exciting to watch if first was on a Husky, second was on a Cowie, third was on a Honda. Yeah, it's just nicer. Whereas at the moment, it's just 250s is orange and 450s is blue. It's saying that people like Rax have proven that you can still win on other bikes. I mean, Chase done it last year in outdoors as well. He won on like 5 different bikes over the course of the year. Rax has won on the Gas in Supercross this year. He podiumed overall at Trentino on the 2-stroke. So there are good options out there. But then I suppose if you're somebody that is not as good as them people and you want to give yourself the best chance possible in the races, you're always going to ride the best bike. So that's why I think if there was no best bike, that would be the way to go. Again, gamers, can we stop with the neon stuff in here, please? A lot of people don't really care for putting gear in here. The other issue you've got as well is a lot of these people, they'll have model swaps on their bikes. And if the streamer downloads a model swap, then it's going to put everybody on the same bike, so they won't be able to see their skins anyway. Is it bad you don't know half the people in this race? No. Because I'm in exactly the same boat, and I watch these most weeks. Maybe that Reaper Doc gearing videos unleashed a new wave of 250 riders. Dr. Geo's having a good race. He's got to try and find some joy in the MX Bikes races now that old Hunter Lawrence is probably going to lose this championship. Got that little injury, that little niggle going on. And then he's also got... He's just out of flow now, you know, out of momentum. Kenny's got all the momentum behind him. Roxon winning chip. I think I said this last week. I still stand by it. I think for both Ken and Hunter, if they don't win the Supercross Championship this year, they never get one. Because I still think over the course of a whole season, Jet clears both of them, if he's healthy. And then in 2 years, maybe 3 years' time from now, Deegan's going to be in his peak 450 speed, so they're going to have to try and beat him. I mean, Ken's probably going to be retired in 3 years. No idea, but I'm speaking more for Hunter's perspective. I think dominate every chip is a bit of a stretch. But it would be nice to see them two going at it. Let's try and shove 5 bikes all in the same rut, won't we? Oh, Lapper's just cleaned Jay Talon by mistake. Rest in peace. Jay Talon's just lost 3 spots. Not good. Oh, I mean, annoyingly, I really like Shimoda, but I just don't think Shimoda's going to have that good of a career overall with the injuries. It did pain me to see him get hurt. But I mean, just in the very, very small sample size of MX Nations, Shimoda looked good on a 450. So that's somebody else to look forwards to. I also see a universe over the next maybe like 5 to 10 years or so. If nothing changes in the kind of structure or pay of the MXGP side of things, I think we're going to see more and more European riders go over to the US and try their hand there, which I think will only make the racing better overall. And whether they like to admit it or not, I'm going to rattle some feathers right here, and I guarantee they're all going to say, yeah, but Roxon's actually American now, he's got citizenship.
Have a beer or two.
He's German. The only American winning championships now is Deegan. So it's the Aussies. Well, it has been the Aussies for a while now. I still will always consider Ken as German. So we need the American boys to take America back. Oh my, I thought Tuna was going for an outrageous pass up the inside there. He slammed on the brakes. Thank you very much, Jesper. Much appreciated. I'll have like a gin on you. I'm not much of a beer man. Remember I was younger and I was tried like a beer for the first time. I absolutely detested it, and my dad was always like, "That's fine. When you get older, your taste buds will change. You'll grow into it." Still don't really like it. Even like straight up ciders as well. I'm not a big enjoyer of. I like the kind of like, you know, the fruit ciders. And I like my gins. Do like my Jack Daniels. It's very, very nice. But then it will never be straight gin. It'll never be gin by itself. It will be gin and something. Or it'll be like a rum and coke, or a whiskey and coke, or a gin and lemonade. Tonic is disgusting, by the way. For those of you people that just straight up have tonic with your drinks, oh my god, it's just like drinking in carbonated water. It's just TV static. It's horrible. Can never be me. No, I've never been to the States before. I would like to, and I don't know if the idea is fading away. I might have to bring it up to him again. But some of us are looking to potentially go to the US in January next year and try and combine like a ride-in holiday with going to Anaheim 1. Because it'd be like that once in a lifetime kind of thing. And it'll be good to go and see Deegan, like first proper Supercross race on a 450, at the same time as going to ride a bunch of different Cali tracks as well. Oh my god, how has Brad survived that? Bro was like a full 90 degrees and then whoops, and he just rode out of it fine. Yeah, what I will do is, if that actually comes to fruition, I'll probably... What's the best way of doing it, actually? Maybe like... I mean, you guys probably see me post on Instagram or something. I don't think I'd want to do like a dedicated meet and greet, because I think that's just... Fuck it, I'm too socially awkward for that. But if anybody does see me at A1, if I end up going, then by all means, feel free to say hello. Yeah, I'm racing after this. I mean, doesn't VL have 2 Supercross chips? So you can say buns, but at the same time, he has got championships. And you kind of do still have to be in it to win it a lot of the time. I'm undecided on if I'm going Fox Hills. Probably won't. Dripped out on the TM. There's no way you've got stuff on it already, Rex. What was that made for? Bro's got a Fortnite sponsored American... What was this for? Full TM drip. All I'm saying is, if you're winning a championship and you're rocking up on bikes like the TM and still winning the championship, then the aura is infinite. I fear Bro is cooking a little bit too hard. Right. My race is next. We'll ride the track until we get told to get off. One thing I'm very interested to see, and I really have no idea which way it's going to go, is... I mean, you guys can say, like, shit or not. I think for the amount of Supercross races Prado has done, his results have been okay. I know a lot of time he's helped by his really, really good starts. But you can see as soon as he's up on that KTM, he's definitely much more comfy than he was on the Cowie. I'm very curious to see how Prado's outdoor season goes. I don't know what to expect out of it. Am I quadding after the whoops? People quadding. I've not seen anyone do it, but I would imagine it is doable if you get a good run on the 450. Especially if you take off on the far left side where it's higher. Confused why he was awful outdoors last year. I am convinced he was probably riding bad somewhat on purpose to try and get let go from the Cowie contract. Have you ever had it where you've been talking to a girl before and then you've lost interest, so instead of just saying straight up you don't want to be with them anymore, you just take longer and longer to reply to their texts, or you just start being really blunt? It's the same sort of thing as that, I reckon. Yeah, well done, Gio. Good stuff. Getting just as good a results as Hunter is nowadays. I'm more shocked that he was able to be that shit on the Cowie and get signed to KTM. That's what surprises me. Yeah, I'll keep it on 4 litres, that should be fine. People can dislike him, but if you are going and winning, like your third... Was it the third round that he won that heat race? Was it A2? If you're going and winning A2 in, what was it, like his 6th ever Supercross race, you can't be absolutely dog shit. You gotta be half decent. For the Ken and Suzuki situation, I think it's just a case of... I mean, Ken is a Suzuki OG. My bro's been on Suzuki for years. I think it's just a case of he knows what that bike's going to do and he's comfy on it. It might not even be the best of bikes out there, but I think he just knows how to get the most out of it. Yeah, Anson did look good on the Suzuki and Supercross. It's a shame about his recreational activities outside of motocross, but not good. I will say, in terms of looks, I am a big fan of the Suzukis. Especially a mostly yellow Suzuki as well. I mean, like, Ken's looks fine with the black back, but I do like a mostly yellow Suzuki. Well, not the best start gate in the world, but it's not like we're going to get good jumps anyway. We'll see how this goes, gamers. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Like top 15? Top 10? Top 10 would be nice, but it all depends how the opening like lap or two goes. Because as soon as you get caught up in the traffic on these Supercross tracks, it's so hard to actually make any meaningful time up. I need a poo. And it's only just, like, locked in place. Haven't needed it until right now, and I fear that it might be a little bit too late. But I do also... Do you ever, like, envision yourself, like, riding a different bike than what you might have at the moment? Because I've envisioned myself riding a Honda so many times. But I fear that the Honda 250s just aren't that amazing. And I don't know if I would vibe with a 450 very well. Women say pee and poo, men say piss and shit. I mean, I need a poo. Let me... hang on. Nope, still have cock and balls. I need a poo, though. I've never raced a 450. I've ridden a 450. I rode a Ducati 450 and a Triumph 450. And then I run my Vogue, but, I mean, how much brake horsepower does an average 450 put out? I mean, depending on the track in the day, I'll put the Vogue in like 55. If the track's low me, I'll put it in 60. Yeah, I enjoyed the Triumph. Triumph was pretty decent. No, I've never ridden a Cove. I don't even know if I've seen any mate. Was that a jump start? No, he's back. Of course I get put next to the laggy fucker. I don't think I've ever seen one being ridden in the UK, to be honest. The only clips I've seen of them are in the US. Are my handlebars, like, turned to the left here, or am I faded? 'Cause I feel like even if I try and put the controller... I feel like it just always turns a little bit left. No idea. No idea. Thank you very much. That came through as default. Thank you. We'll try. We'll see how it goes. I took my time so much through them whoops. I thought I just got into the lead from people taking each other out. Why have I got people disappearing on my screen? Am I in second? I think I'm in second. I am in second. How's that happening? Did I just crash once that entire race? Holy fuck. Um, did I crash once? Mate, my heart's just been fucking beating through my chest. That was nuts. Holy. Thank you very much, Moisek. Jesus. So what a clean first lap that was. Thank you very much, Hulse, as well. Mate, what a clean first lap that was, trying to just stay out of the way of everybody. And then Cam and somebody else got into it in the sand and it just promoted me straight up to second on lap 1. I was like, you know what? I'm holding on to this as long as I can. Now, Cam was catching, but it looks like he had some crashes in him as well. I was just holding on for dear life.
Yes, dude.
Who else is here? Thank you very much, AJ. I found out, or I realised about halfway through, that you can actually roll out at the end of the whoops and still triple if you're like far left. So as soon as I started getting like a little bit sketchy, like swapping a bit in the whoops, I would just back off and be like, no, it's fine, I can just roll through the end. So if I'm sketchy like this, just bang down second, you can still triple in. So you haven't got to blitz the whoops. Well, that was good. That was very good. I'm on an outdoor setup for that. It's something that Rax sent me, so I don't know if I'm allowed to share it or not. I don't know if Rax is still lurking in it. If he says yes to share, then I'll click on suspension. If he says no, then I won't. But it's yes, completely up to him. But this is what Rax was running, I believe, at that Trentino race on Monday. Isn't it funny how... I can show it. There you go. That's what we're running. Isn't it funny how I've only... It's only one podium that I've had this year, and it was that third Anaheim 1. And then I've been sucking since then. And then we hop on the KTM, or hop on the 250 and it goes well again. That's the suspension that I just ran for that. And then that's the geometry as well.
Hell of a ride.
Crazy work. Thank you very much, Stovey. So, yeah, I appreciate all of the donations, boys. Thank you very much. When I went over the finish line on lap 1 and it said I was in second, the heart rate went through the roof. And then when I was looking at the top and there was about 5 minutes left to go and I saw Cam battling with Aiden for 4th, then the heart rate started going through the roof as well. But I don't think... I was going to say I don't think I set a wheel wrong the entire race. I did, because I messed up the triple after the whoops a couple of times. And you saw in that tyre inside right after the sand, the front end tried knifing every now and then. Other than that, it was pretty good. Like being able to adapt on the fly. So this jump was sending me a lot higher. So I overjumped it once or twice. So instead I was taking off on the side of it here to try and like keep my trajectory lower, and it just worked out really, really well. I will say, whilst it looks like it was an incredible ride, I do have a feeling that track was incredibly hard to make legit passes on people. It did feel like it was getting a little bit on the one-line side of things, especially when you obviously go through that sand section. But that's going to be hard to do anyway. Thank you very much, Steve.
Trunk not washed.
Show the gear in. Can't, the server's gone down. Let me load tests in and I'll just show you the full thing. Show you the full shebang. But thank you very much, gamers. I appreciate that. I looked into getting a heart rate monitor set up before as well, but they're actually quite expensive. Yeah, I'll show you everything on there. Show you it all. I had a bit of fun there riding back and forth with Davey. I tried to capitalise on one or two of the mistakes that he made, like just trying to dive for a pass that I might have not gone for in the past. And it worked out pretty good. I almost had a moment where I think he messed up this corner here, and then my front end started going, and I don't know how I managed to catch it, but I ended up going like all the way over here by mistake, but we barely kept her up. But I couldn't tell you the last time I've done a Supercross main event without getting a single crash. That's pretty nuts. It's default gearing, for anybody that wanted to know. It's completely default. 1449. And then I was rocking the 120 rear tyre. I know some people prefer 110, but I just prefer 120. It just definitely helps me out in the turns a lot more. Yeah, I can't hang around too long because I need to go to bed. I need to be awake in 7.5 hours from now. But I do appreciate every single one of you for being here. That was a stressful race. I was in a bit of no man's land for ages there, but I'd rather that than being stressed out with people around me the whole time. So thank you very much for watching as always. Enjoy your NA racing later on today. And I'll see you on probably Monday. I don't think I'm going to be able to stream at all because I'm racing tomorrow and the day after. So I'll see you Monday for some more GP action with more two-stroke action as well. See you all later.